Tales from the Dressing Room. Stephanie Stevens. On this episode of Tales from the Dressing Room, I'm going to call this episode The Intruder. Or, was that a sneaky link? Was that a sneaky link? That's what we'll call it. Sneaky link. Now, there was this show we did out of town. I did this show with a group of entertainers that I performed with for years. For years, we were on the road. And we did this one particular show in a town called Brampton. Brampton. And I worked with this group of entertainers, like I said, for many, many years. And we were doing this show one night on a Saturday night. It was sold out. Now, on Thursday nights, we would be sold out because it was ladies' night. But then Friday and Saturday nights, we'd be sold out because the show was in demand. So there was this one particular night that one of the performers, you know, sometimes when we push the cleavage up and it looks real, and from a distance, you know, people think you look more realistic, and you get it. So it looked like this one performer had breasts and all this kind of stuff. So I was in the dressing room in between numbers, and I saw, in the dressing room, we had the, the clothing rack for the clothes, and they were taller than most of us. So we sometimes would pull the rack from the wall to hide ourselves from the producer coming in to say what he wanted changed in the show, or if he wanted something done. So we pull the rack from the wall and stand behind it, because most of the time we were half naked and all this kind of stuff. So one night when I came off the stage, and I'm there getting dressed, and I see the performer down. Back then we had a ramp, and you had to go down some steps to the next level. So it was kind of dangerous in a sense, because we could have fell off of that ramp anytime. But it was the back of the ramp of the stage, and the entrance of the stage was to the right. But to make the long story short, sneaky links. This performer had then snuck a man into the dressing room, and I didn't know. The other two performers like to smoke that, that goody good, so they's always outside. So I'm there, I see this entertainer talking to somebody. I'm like, well, girl, who you talking to? Who you talking to? And I see this boy stick his head from around the corner. I thought, oh my God, we're going to be in trouble. Next thing I hear, I could not stop laughing because I just knew. I knew the drama was coming. I knew it was coming. Next thing I knew, I heard this really banging loud on the door. And in this place, our dressing room, we came through the side door. And the side door went right into the dressing room. I heard this banging on the door like something had done happened. And there was a woman standing at the door. I'm standing there like this here. And the other two guys who was outside smoking that, they were standing at the door. She was standing there screaming, saying that her boyfriend was in that dressing room. And I was like, I don't, And this other entertainer, who I will not say his name, has passed on, and he was a good friend of mine, so I will never mention his name. But there she was, caught in the act. And there I was, standing there half naked with my hands over my little bitty titties that I had at the time. And there she was, caught in the act with a sneaky link. So don't do it. This woman was screaming and yelling so loud. They had everybody. The manager was back there, everybody. And this little boy was you know what? That coat rack came in handy. He was behind the coat rack. We had pushed the coat rack back to the wall, so he was behind all the clothes and the shoes and everything, and all the dresses, and you couldn't see him. And I was standing there freaking right out, going, oh my God, she's going to find him. She looked around that dressing room and she didn't find him. And it was, and we were standing there in total shock because we was waiting on her to find him there. And I'm standing there like, And the manager, the owner of the place, was telling her to get out of the dressing room and all this kind of stuff. So that was one of the most interesting moments of my career, seeing my friend have a little sneaky link in the dressing room. Almost got her caught. It goes to tell you, y'all gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Ooh, I was almost caught in a sticky situation. Ooh, what if she would have came back? Ooh, I think about this now. I was laughing up a storm at the time, but it wasn't funny. Be careful of the sneaky links. He got out of that dressing room right on time and ran around the whole building. This building was big. He ran around the whole building and was pretending like he was smoking some of that stuff on the other side of the building. Worked perfectly. Worked perfectly. She didn't suspect a thing after that. She thought, ooh, he's being faithful to me. He was smart. Over and out, y'all. Tales from the dressing room. Sneaky links.